welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern. My name is Jenny. I use she, her pronouns. I will be your DM now and forever, so get used to it. I'm going to allow my beautiful, talented, wonderful players to introduce themselves, starting with the fabulous, the beautiful, the very, like bad girl sexy today.
Hell yeah.
Victoria Shaz.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing two characters today.
I'm Doe. My pronouns are also she, her, and I'm playing just the one, Ian.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Rosalie Motley today.
Hi, I'm Pippin. I use they, them, and I'm playing Vesper Thornquill today.
Fear.
Hi, I'm Cam. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Essie Hepburn today.
If you're wondering why all the players said that they're playing those characters today, then you should probably go back and watch last episode because quite a lot of things happened. When we left off, we were mid-combat. This is a classic scenario. The cleric, dead. The barbarian, dead.
Also dead.
The wizard, one failed death saving throw, but don't worry because everything is riding on the bard and ranger, and the bard is out of spell slots. So this will probably go great. When last we left off, Rosalie, you had passed from this plane. The world goes dark, and you open your eyes suddenly, gasping for air, in a world of brilliant, blinding light. The air that rapidly fills your lungs smells of jasmine and cinnamon and just the faintest hint of bonfire smoke. As your eyes adjust to the light, you realize that you are in a beautiful garden. There are overgrown hedges that surround you and bushes laden with wild roses and all kinds of blooming flowers captured mid-bloom, although none of them share the same seasons. All of your surroundings are sort of covered in shades of white and pink and red that all shimmer, almost gold, in the streaks of sunlight that break through the canopy of magnolia blossoms above you. You do not lie, as you did when you left the material plane, but instead you stand, bloodied and beaten and bruised, on a carpet of soft moss and clover. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear a fountain splashing melodically. What do you do?
I'm going to head towards the fountain. Can I, before I head towards the fountain, ask or roll for it if I am aware that I have left the material plane?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have to roll a religion check.
Okay. 21.
All right, you know that you have probably died. You recognize your surroundings not from anywhere you've been before, but from the stories your mother used to tell you as a child. From what you remember, you are somewhere on the plane of Elysium, the celestial plane, on one of the islands of Avalon. Your mother used to tell you that the goddess had what was referred to as the Garden of the Chosen, a special afterlife reserved for only her chosen prophets. Here, you know that when the time comes for those who are truly faithful to the goddess on fire, the lady on fire, the faithful may find the eternal truths of their faith and unending happiness in rest. You have to assume that's where you are because it appears to be a garden. Somewhere far, far, far in the distance, you can hear the crying of seabirds. And something about this place makes you feel safe, warm, and protected.
And with that, I will be recalling all of this as I head towards the water fountain.
You head towards the sounds of bubbling water. The foliage around you grows thicker and then thinner as you continue forward, sometimes brushing away flowers, but never once do the wild roses' thorns snag your skin. Never once do you lose your way as you follow this sound, until you arrive in a clearing. Before you is a beautiful marble fountain. In the center of it is a statue of a dancing couple, a man and a woman. The man holds the woman close to his chest, her head resting against his shoulder, as the statue slowly rotates. The woman's dress is a flowing ball gown, extremely outdated, ancient in terms that you can only understand in historical romance fictions. The dress seamlessly transitions into a blanket of water that pours into the large basin below. It's maybe 10 or 15 feet across in any direction. Seated on the basin's edge, in a simple white dress, cinched tight with a golden belt, dark hair hanging loose around her shoulders, is your goddess, your lady. She is in the mourning colors of your faith, which is, of course, pure white and gold. And she doesn't seem to notice your approach. Instead, her eyes are trained on the statue, and her expression is pensive. Rosalie, what do you do?
I think Rosalie would sorry, I'm trying to think of all of the things I would be aware that I could do. Are my clothes, you said I'm beaten and worn, correct? Are my
Yes.
clothes as well beaten and worn?
The clothes are the same ones that you presumably died in.
I'm going to cast Quick Mending for my cantrip on my outfit to clean up as much as I can.
Sure,
And-
the tears in the fabric knit back together. You can see where like cold icicles pierced through your flesh. The clothes knit back together, but they're not clean. So there's still blood stains,
Yeah.
and dirt, and they're almost kind of soggy from the melted snow because here it is warm and tropical and of a comfortable temperature.
And as after I fix it, I will
Your bag is still intact as well, so it's
Oh,
hanging off of
thank
your
you.
shoulder. Yeah.
I think I'm going to curtsy as I speak, and I will say, my lady," and I will curtsy and do a little bow, hopefully getting her attention.
Leon doesn't turn to you, but she goes, Rosalie. And then she kind of like taps next to her.
Taps next to me.
Like next to her,
Taps.
like to sit. Come
Oh, okay. Yeah, Rosalie will come and sit. Cleaning
Rosalie,
off her the
you
dust off
sit-
her skirt, hopefully. She's
sit
so
by
pretty.
by the goddess on the edge of this basin and look up to the dancing statues above you, following your goddess's gaze.
Can I roll a perception? Do I recognize the
Yeah,
man
roll
and
a
woman?
religion check.
Okay. 19.
Nice.
You remember a story, one that isn't repeated often because it's a story of sacrifice. From what you know, this depicts part of the story of the Lady on Fire and the Deathless Lover, which is the story of her first miracle.
Thank you. I will just sit there in quiet silence, waiting for my lady.
From what you remember, this story tells the story of her first miracle, which was giving him the gift of eternal life.
Leon, I guess the lady on fire. I'm still gonna call her Leon. She looks up to the statue, and then looks to Rosalie and says, "Do you know of this one? Do they still talk about this story?"
It was one of my favorites from my mother. It's a story of, well, they call it a story of sacrifice, but I remember it as one of the first love stories from what I'm sure of.
Love and heartbreak. But the two things are so tied.
Rosalie will chuckle to that.
I almost said Fleur. Leon goes, it's, I think back to him, knowing that he's still out there. I don't think he's angry anymore. But he was, and sometimes you have to make hard decisions. Like you did today. How are you feeling, Rosalie? You're not supposed to be here yet.
What do you mean by that, my lady?
Everyone is meant to give an ultimate sacrifice, or some people are meant to give an ultimate sacrifice. Yours is it's a bit early, though. Let me show you. And she conjures a red string out of thin air and kind of starts to examine it.
Rosalie, as your goddess pulls the string from the air, you watch as it splinters somewhere past the middle into two pieces. The ends are frayed, not cut, as if this string was not separated by whatever means it's supposed to be, but instead torn from itself. You watch as in your lady's hands it knits back together and then tears again.
Fate sometimes changes from what it's meant to be, or what it was supposed to be before. I guess that's the thing about fate. It's all meant to be, even when it changes. Rosalie?
Yes, my lady?
What do you want? How do you feel?
What do I want? And Rosalie's gonna look down and look at that frayed string and look at Leon and again and kind of go, is there much wanting when we're here, my lady?
I more so mean, do you want to be here?
Rosalie will look down at her battered clothes and softly shake her head and look at Leon and say, I want to be able to love and have more opportunities to love and to have heartbreak. I feel like I just was beginning to experience that, just like you once did. And Rosalie will look back to those two statues.
Yes. Love is about loss, though. And part of being who you are, worshipping all of this, is about understanding that the love that others have for you when you go is part of that loss. But I understand what you're saying. Rosalie, I cannot help your friends.
I understand.
Can only help you. And even that, it's more difficult than you'd think. You're here right now and it's not permanent yet, but it could be. But it's your responsibility to help your friends. They do not worship me. At least not in the way that you do. You are my chosen.
And Rosalie will widen her eyes to that and blush.
Why did you think you were here? I don't just let anyone here.
It is quite beautiful.
It's really nice. Yeah.
You're quite beautiful as well.
Thank you. So are you.
It's quite hard to look at you in all your grace. And I have a question for the DM.
I have an answer for the player.
What are Leon's eyes right now?
Ooh.
Leon's eyes are pure, unfiltered gold. and they shine in the light like thousands of coins in a dragon's hoard, or the sun on a warm day.
Rosalie is going to look at Leon and ask, Did I do what I needed to as the chosen? What? And she'll continue to stutter.
Leon places her hand on your hand, and she says, Rosalie, being my chosen is not... When I bestow that amulet to you, it is not me having a specific set of lists, a list of things that you must do in order to qualify to come here. It is because you worship me, and you worship me fully, and you embody the ideals that I see as most important, that being love, in all of its forms. And in all the ways, you have not done anything wrong. And as I said, this is earlier than I expected. This is not when I thought I'd see you. So, I can try to restore you to material plane, if that is what you wish.
I'm not quite done on the material plane, so I would like to see them before I can spend the rest of my life with you, my lady.
Then I will do the best I can. And, Jenny, I don't know if you want to tell Stacy what Stacy has to do here or what.
So, Leon stands before you, rising from her seat on the basin of the fountain, and takes your hands gently, asking you to stand with her. Do you?
I do.
The lady on fire holds your hands in hers, and you can feel a soft warmth radiate from her palms. The warmth grows stronger and stronger until it burns like the heat of 1,000 flames, and her eyes open on to yours. Stacy, I'm going to need you to roll a D100 for me.
That's a 55.
Rosalie, now that you've done that, I need you to roll a D12 for me.
It's a 12.
Is it actually a 12?
It's a 12.
Your hands begin to blister and burn. You look up into your lady's eyes, and you see them flick from your eyes to the bag on your shoulder, and the gold of her eyes turns a bloody crimson shade of red.
Leon squeezes your hands tighter. And she's probably hurting you. I don't know if you can feel pain in Elysium, but she's
You
making
can
it
feel
happen.
whatever the goddess wills.
Yeah. She goes, "What's that book, Rosalie?"
As she asks this, you can feel the bones in your hand begin to fracture.
It was a beach read, my lady.
A beach read about an old god?
I wasn't aware that there was other gods.
And Leon lets go of one of your hands and grabs the book and flips it open to the page you fucking tabbed. And she goes, "A beach read about Salonis?"
Is it not? Is there more truth to it, my lady?
You're my chosen one. How could you betray your goddess? By researching the old gods. And Leon burns the book. She says, "I thought you were so much better than this. I thought that I could return you to the mortal realm, the material plane, and it would be fine. But no. I will find another chosen. I will do what I need to do. And you will be going to the Infernal Plane. And then sends her there.
Brilliant red and orange light engulfs your field of vision. And you open your eyes once more. This time you are lying somewhere hot where the rocks beneath you burn your skin. And standing over you, brilliant pink skin lit by the flames of hell, is a beautiful woman with long, curling horns emerging from her forehead. She leans down, presses a kiss to the skin above your eyes, and says, "Hello, dear. Is someone stupid enough to follow curiosity? Don't worry, there's no room for that here." We return to the mortal realm. Vesper, can I get a death saving throw, please?
Yes, you may. Give me a moment. It's a 5.
It's another fail.
Yup.
Essie,
At least it's not a crit fail.
you stand in snow, turned red and liquid with the blood of your friends. Rosalie lays on the ground before you, her skin bruised, her body broken, and for a moment she is surrounded by pure golden light. And you can feel your heart soar, believing that once again her goddess has rescued her. And then the light fades, and Rosalie lies, still dead, at your feet. Ian, next to her, cradles Fleur's body, just as bruised and broken and bloodied as Rosalie's. And you know that you only have a few moments to make whatever choice you have to.
I am going to try and stabilize Vess. And I'm wondering if this is possible as a free action or a bonus action. Jenny, I want to try and reach out to Hearsome.
Talking is a free action.
Beautiful. Cool. Might be a second. They're all going down. They're all going down, and it's just me and Ian. And what do I do? Can you tell me what I'm supposed to do?
Whoa. Okay. What's going on? You're gonna have to like slow it down, rewind it, reverse it. Explain it to me real simple. Like
No. It's
Can you just like swing me around to see what's going on here?
takes him around.
Oh. Yeah, okay. This is definitely not chill. Not chill. Okay.
Hearsome.
I'm
No
gonna want
shit! Hearsome!
Okay, listen. Screaming at me never solved anything for anyone. You can ask the guy who's kind of low-key behind this one. So the first thing I can tell you is that I'm gonna do a little bit of extraplanar research here for a second. You hang tight, try to problem solve what you can, and talk to me in like 6 seconds on your plane. Okay? Sound good? Deep breaths, Biddy. You got this. Okay, start with the wizard. It looks like they're not doing too hot. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
And what you're gonna want to do there is you can see they've got some like broken bones or whatever. So you're gonna want to take your hands and you're gonna want to ignore the broken ribs. Okay, easier to fix a punctured lung than it is to fix a stopped heart. So you're gonna want to take your hands. All right, are you listening?
Yes.
Deep breaths, Biddy. Deep breaths. And then you're gonna just go with me. You remember that old song? You're okay. You're okay. It's cast and revivify. It's to the tune of that. Cast and revivify. Cast and revivify. Okay, you got it. You got it. You can roll a medicine check with advantage because you're getting the health action.
Okay.
I'll put that so fast,
in
Jenny.
this room right now.
A 19 is gonna work. Vesper,
Thank God.
you have 0 hit points, but you are no longer rolling death saving throws.
Bless.
Thank you.
We have something.
We got something.
We got something.
Ian, it is now your turn.
As Ian looks down at Fleur's body, and I imagine Aspen's not far away, and probably neither is Rosalie. I imagine there's a lot that he's processing right now. But I think he's heard Essie in the back of his head and beyond all the noise singing Cast and Revivify, and makes eye contact with them across the way, and immediately leans down and kisses Fleur on the forehead, and then gets up, brushes off his pants, and walks over to Vess and places a hand on his friend and roommate's shoulder and casts 3rd level Cure Wounds. So that is 14 health, Vess.
Thank you.
And then I don't have to do anything to prep absorb elements, right? I can just do that as an opportunity later on.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Yeah, okay. Then that's the end of his turn.
All right. Now, all of these methods did fail their wisdom saves to get out of that weird.
Hell yeah.
However, the Winter Eladrin, which is first in initiative order on this new round, is not affected by this spell. So it is going to take its turn. You watch as the Winter Eladrin spreads its fingers, and a thick, roiling cloud, 20 feet across in all directions, surrounds you. It's freezing in this cloud, and you cannot see more than a foot or two ahead of you. We return to the Infernal Plane. Rosalie, standing above you is a woman. Like I said, she is beautiful, curvaceous, dressed in incredibly revealing clothing. She looks young, maybe 23 or 24, and has a long tail behind her, which ends in a pointed tip. When she smiles down at you, you can see that her teeth are sharp and angular. Hello, darling. What can I call you?
Rosalie's catching her breath. And I know you described it just as the Infernal Plane. Can I roll a perception check around?
Yeah, sure.
That is a 17.
Everything around you is made of the same harsh red rock. Beyond this woman is surely the rest of the plane, but a thick sulfurous smoke surrounds both of you. It seems as if it is cleared by her presence and her presence alone. Somewhere far away, you can hear screaming. And to your ears, it sounds like the voices of your friends.
Rosalie, catching her breath. Who are you?
My dear, my name has been lost to time, but you can call me Corruption. And your name?
My name is Rosalie.
Rosalie. That's a beautiful name for a beautiful girl.
Thank you. You're quite beautiful yourself. I wish I could say the same about this area.
Oh, yes. The Infernal Plane takes some getting used to. I prefer the Material Plane myself. Do you?
I would prefer any plane where my friends are at, particularly.
Well, most of them remain on the Material Plane. One, I believe, is somewhere else, but the planes of the Celestial are hard for me to see, so I'm sorry I cannot tell you more. I assure you, though, the 3 you left behind are still living. Their hearts still beat. Would you like to keep it that way?
Rosalie nods aggressively.
I thought you would. Perhaps then you and I can come to some agreement. I can help you and you can help me.
What would a lady like yourself need help with?
I'm so glad you asked, my dear. Hang on. Let me help you. Help me. She snaps her fingers and a door appears. This one is made of black lacquered wood with a little knocker with a tiny heart over it on the door. She knocks twice and opens it, and for a moment you can see inside of a plush, beautiful office with white furniture, white walls, golden filigree, and then a wind blows and your surroundings change briefly, like the static on a television. Before you stands a man, familiar, shirtless, though you've only ever seen him in a shirt, with furry goat legs beneath him.
Hey, are you getting this? Come in, Rosalie, come in. Hey, hello, what's up? Biddy, do you hear me?
Mustard seed?
I swear to all of the gods of this realm and those beyond them, I will leave you here.
Sorry. Rosalie will start crying a little bit from the chuckle and start full on sobbing.
Whoa, okay, whoa. We do not have time for this, Biddy, okay? I am really, hurting my chances of being able to manifest again by extending my consciousness out here. It's a favor to a friend, okay? A mutual friend of ours. Wanted to check in, make sure you were good. Looks like you're hanging out on the Infernal Plane. How's that going?
I mean,
I'm not really looking for a slow response, Biddy. Come on, tell me how it's going. Come on, stay with it.
I'm here.
Alright, yeah, so for sure. So here's the dealio for realio. You ready? You're dead. I should probably break that to you a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, but the truth of the matter is, again, this has taken a lot of my magic power, and I don't want to become like Pan, okay? So, here's the dealio for realio. You and I could maybe strike up a...
The wind blows again, and you find yourself seated in an office across from this woman with pink skin, pink horns, voluptuous breasts spilling over the top of what appears to be just a bra and a corset with a thong of some kind that she appears to think of as clothing. So what do you think, darling? Are you in or are you in?
And is there paperwork? Is there?
Oh, absolutely, my dear. All you have to do is sign it.
Can I read it? Rosalie would be the one to read.
What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elfish, Halfling, and Sylvan. But
This
not
is
Infernal.
written in a language you do not understand. This is a limited time offer, dear. You just have to make up your mind. I return you and the soul of your friend to the mortal plane. Clock's ticking, though. You only have a little bit of time. The wind blows again.
Hey, yo, are you picking this up? We kind of got cut off there. I don't have unlimited minutes on this thing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? So here's the dealio for realio. I'm kind of in this weird in-between space. Pan is out there. He's chilling. I tried to get in contact with him. Got the busy tone. Probably means he's on one of those long calls with the naiads. You know how it is. But I have, as a representative, as Pan on the Fey plane, I do have the ability to offer you a limited time deal. I can probably get you back with some semblance of whatever power you have now, you know, notwithstanding a couple of different changes in the worship of just a different god. Pretty easy to do. Definitely can't bring the other biddy back, though. Just want to put that out there. That's not really in our realm of abilities, but
So, dear, what do you say? You have to sign.
but all I'm gonna need
But
is
I
a
can
verbal
cast
confirmation.
Revivify. I can help Fleur if she wants it.
Depends on where her soul is, Biddy. I gotta let you know, it's been a long time that you've been dead. Probably only seems like a few seconds, but here on the plains, it's really up to the time you experience as the cleric, not about the time your friends experience back in the mortal realm, you feel?
Tick-tock, dear. Guaranteed revivify for you and your friends. Souls completely returned to bodies. All you have to do is sign your name on the dotted line. She pushes a vial towards you that's filled with a strange, viscous, so dark red it's almost black substance.
Biddy, I need an answer. Can't hold on to this much longer. Don't want me fading into eternity. Imagine how awkward that would be to explain to Essie, am I right? What, you got a better offer or something?
Dear, this is the only offer that can return you and your friend to be fully alive. And, well, I've been watching you just now since your death, and there's a boy who seems very upset about both of you being gone. Wouldn't it be nice if you could get him back everyone he cares about?
Come on, Biddy. I'm telling you, I got like no time here. You got 3 seconds. Come on, 3, 2.
One, dear, it's time to make up your mind.
Rosalie dips her pen in, or whatever, picks up the pen and
It's a quill.
The quill, and dips it in the sparkly fluid and looks at Corruption and says, "You promise my friends will be okay?"
I promise I can bring you and the other girl back. Whether they're okay or not is up to the fates, isn't it?
And luckily, I believe in the fates, and she will sign her name on the contract and reach her hand out to shake.
You
Corruption's
sign-
hand.
You sign your name on the contract, and you feel sharp, stabbing pain as across your wrist, glowing with bright, fiery light, the words Rosalie Motley are carved into your skin. Blood drips down your wrist as Corruption takes it, shakes it, and smiles at you with those pointed, sharp teeth.
Oh my god.
I'll be seeing you soon enough then, dear. After all, your end of the bargain is still to be fulfilled. Rosalie, you awaken on this plane. Rosalie, you do not have access to any of your cleric spells. Fleur, you are ripped from somewhere warm and sunny and beautiful, where you can hear your mother's laughter and your favorite music float on the breeze, and you open your eyes on the material plane, your brother's tear-streaked face over you, Rosalie's hand in yours, burning heat emanating from her palm. Rosalie, you sit up, and the cold, crisp air of this world conflicts with the fire and brimstone of the one you have just left. Above you, you can see Essie, standing, a ferocious look of determination on her face. Next to you, Vesper is unconscious, but still breathing. Fleur, as you sit up, you hear, briefly, the sound of crackling flames. Next in initiative order is Vesper. Vesper, you are unconscious.
I
Ian
healed Vess.
healed me.
Yeah,
I have
cure
14.
wounds.
I'm up.
Ian, I'm so sorry. Vesper sits up, no longer unconscious next to you, Essie, gasping for air. Vesper, both Fleur and Rosalie are now returned to 1 hit point. Your friends, who, when last you saw, had died before your eyes, are once again breathing.
Wonderful. I sort of look between them, like rattled, and then try and use half my movement, try and scramble up awkwardly to my feet. What can I roll perception? What is the situation around me?
You can literally only see your friends. Everything else is obscured by a thick
Right,
layer
by
of
the
fog.
Yeah, by the fog. Gotcha.
Presumably, though, Vesper, this means your enemies cannot see you either.
So that's how corruption protected us.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the Eladrin.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the telepathic bond, I'm gonna ask Ian, do you still have the lip spackle? And then like use my movement to jostle over and try and use it as a bonus. Is it a bonus action on yourself or an action?
It's an action to remove from Vesper. From Vesper.
From
Aspen.
From
This
Aspen.
is hard for me.
Ian's gonna like, what? Huh? And he's like, Aspen's saddlebag. I think there's one, maybe, deep in there.
Okay. Then, so long as everyone's cool with it, I'm gonna put some take the action to get it from Aspen and use the bonus action to use it on myself.
Perfect. Next
And
in
then,
initiative
hold
order.
Essie's hand. That's my.
Essie, you are next in initiative order. Your best friend's eyes are open, but you do not know. You have not looked down at her. You are still focused on trying to keep alive the party members you know are alive, and not the ones you think are dead.
Immediately, I'm gonna look to Rosie.
Rosalie's eyes are open, and for just a quarter of a second, you could swear they glow with strange red-orange light.
Rosie? Am I enough to look around at all? Or
Yeah, you have 1 hit point, so you
Okay.
are up.
I'm going to change that real quick.
You look around, and as you do, you hear a voice in your mind say, "Careful now, darling. The terms and conditions said you couldn't tell."
Oh my god!
That cunt bitch.
And Rosalie will just smile, and I know they'll take an action, but I'm not going to stand up or a half action or something, half movement. I just want to try to hug from the ground. I don't.
You wrap your arms around Essie's legs, and then you hear, once again in your mind, "Don't worry, though. I'm a kind and benevolent friend, unlike your last. Would you like an out?
An out.
Would you like one?"
And Rosalie, while gripping onto Essie, will nod ferociously.
All of your bodies are bathed in excruciatingly painful, burning flame until you find yourselves in a pool of water. This
What?
pool is cold with the energy of what feels like the frost of 1,000 winters emanating from it. For a moment, all you see is the tranquil forest around you, laden with frost, and then that too fades. And you find yourselves on linoleum tiled floors, somewhere with windows that look out to a glowing celestial sea of mushrooms and starlight. And all of you now on the floor, somewhere above you here. Anything to declare?
No.
Holy shit!
When you say all of us, is Aspen's body included?
Yes. Aspen
Macbeth
is
and
lying
Strahd?
on the floor. Yep.
Okay.
I sort of shake my head a bit and sort of realize I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I know procedure.
Fleur stands
and I
up.
go, we're not sure what's included that we would have to, if you could.
My dog
Give us
is
the
my dog
rundown.
is dead. My sister's
Hey.
alive.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure how that happened either, but I'm happy about it.
Ian grabs your face and like squeezes it, like squishing your cheeks in like the most like stupid little brother way.
Yeah.
And he just like lets out like a shaky breath and he's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I love you too. Now you know how I felt the last time we had to fight.
We're not fighting.
And she chuckles.
Rosalie?
Meanwhile, where did it all go? Rosalie's still crying, walking at his legs.
Darling, don't forget to tell them this is a miracle.
But how are you both okay?
Yeah.
A miracle.
Rosalie, how are we both okay?
A miracle?
A miracle.
Was it
God.
lady on fire?
It's a lady on fire, isn't it, darling? Remember, you can't tell.
It's what the fates would have wanted.
The fates would have.
And Rosalie will stand up. Are you okay? What happened? What was over there? You were dead.
I don't know about you, but like it was pretty nice where I was.
Y'all were both like dead, cold dead.
Yeah.
Like Cammy dead.
Don't.
Let's bring up Cammy right now.
So
At the
I'm
time.
seeing a lot of weapons, some
Yeah.
magic items. We're gonna need to move you over to this line over here. And as you all sort of like blink and process your surroundings, you see that you are in a large space surrounded by just like a bunch of bored looking fae. They look like they've been here for eons. Some read magazines. Others sort of collect their children that run about at their feet. All are accompanied by large wheelie bags, sort of rolling suitcases of types. You are, from what you can understand, the only humanoids here, meaning non-pure fae. And you are all seated on the floor in front of a large desk of sorts. Behind it stands an Eladrin man. You've never seen this kind of Eladrin before. You have to assume it's the type associated with spring. He's got sort of a thick beard of leaves that hangs from his face, green grass sprouting from the top of his head, and he's dressed in a very official-looking uniform with a little badge that reads FSA, presumably standing for Feywild Security Alliance. You all look at him for a moment, and he repeats, lot of, you know what, I'll take you over there. Come on. Hands together. Everyone hold hands. Come on.
I'm already holding
Ian kind of like gestures to his dog. And he's like, can I do something about this real quick?
Oh, yeah, you all look a little bit worse for wear. Let's all go to this room over here. Just looks like an interrogation room. It's probably fine. As for your creature, good boy. And Aspen kind of perks up at 2 hit points and limps after this man who guides you all into a room with glass windows. You cannot see outside of this room, which makes you think they're probably one-way glass of some kind, as he seats you down at a plastic table. So I'm going to need all of the weapons here, any magic items here. I'm going to need passports, evidence of reason for arrival, etc., etc.
Can I ask Hearsome through the bond if he's around and okay, first of all, and if there's anything we should or shouldn't?
What's up? What's going on?
Oh, you.
We all hear this conversation or no?
Yeah, it's through the
Probably,
bond.
It's like, you okay? It looks like we made it.
What happened?
1, are you okay? 2, just.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
I'm
still
good.
need us to hide you here?
Well, kind of depends. This place looks a little bit different than I remember it. Back in the day, you used to be able to walk right up to the gate, and as long as you had a ticket, you know, it'd be fine. So something must have happened. I'm not quite sure.
I think we looked suspicious.
Well,
to
I
be
mean,
honest.
there's that, but I mean, this whole place didn't used to be like this. Again, used to just be you walk right up to the gate, show them your your reason for arrival, they'd be like, cool, welcome on in. Anyways, yeah, I'm okay. Weird shit happened. I can't quite remember it. I think I projected my consciousness onto another plane. Don't remember what one or what happened, but it looks like Rosalie's okay. No, for a fact she didn't. She didn't need my help, so that's pretty good. Always good when I guess her goddess must have like pulled up or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Glad she's good.
Do we need to hide you? What's the procedure?
You know what? Just put me on the table, and if he notices me, we'll have a little conversation. You feel?
Cool.
Okay.
So it's expected that they're asking again for our weapons and items, and that we will be parted once more.
You think you just can bring your weapons through a security check? No, they gotta like look at them, make sure you haven't used them to like slay any rulers of any realms, etc., etc.
That makes
What if
sense.
the weapon
If they-
hasn't always
Yeah,
been ours?
I'll admit we did do that. We did.
Did you slay any
We did.
rulers?
No,
Queen
We kind
Law?
of.
the queen.
We don't know if we
Oh.
slayed her.
Something happened.
It's
Did
okay.
s-
This is historically the entry to the Green Court. I don't know what's going on with that since I've been gone, but it should probably be fine.
Okay, what reason should we tell him that we're here?
I'd go with business or pleasure.
Thank you. That's super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Spring break. We're on
Yeah.
spring break.
Yes.
Spring break.
Fleur-
not a lie.
Exactly.
Fleur snaps out of the conversation, puts her axe down, and says, we're here on spring break.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we've gotten a couple of people through here before. It's been a while. Mortal Spring Break is a fun concept, you guys.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Fleur is like pushing through agony to seem like happy. She's got 1 HP.
Yeah, so can I ask what
My other
happened? You
hand
all-
grabs Fleur.
You look a little bit worse for wear. Where
Not in a
everything
great
okay
spot.
on the material plane or
No, that
anything?
place sucks.
So we're pretty sure we're not gonna say it. He's not the king, but he's the king's son of ice.
Okay, a prince, an ice prince, an ice prince, an ice prince, a snow
Maybe a-
prince.
Don't say it.
Fro-
Maybe don't
frost-
say it out loud.
Winter prince.
boy, a frost boy.
Anyways, there are a bunch of icy acolytes from the bad side of the Fae. Mhm.
Oh, material beings have a sense of humor I just don't understand. That's a funny one. That's a funny one. Oh, I wouldn't be bringing that up around anyone, but I have a
Okay.
good sense of humor, so you can trust me. That's hilarious. That would mean the end of times. So we're just gonna go ahead and assume that one's. I wouldn't joke about that unless you know any
We're
good
not.
Fae attorneys. I know. I'm telling you not to. So looks
Right,
like you've
okay.
got a couple of magic items.
Well, good. You know,
got-
the culture shock is always a thing to get used to, so we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I like
Yeah,
squeeze like Fleur. into his
Looks
hand.
like we got a ukulele of some kind. Interesting. Looks like you got some kind of gin or something trapped in there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Then of course we have. Ooh,
Ian puts
Where'd
his,
you get-
his bow on the table.
where'd you get this axe?
Found it. Winter Court.
Being honest.
Roll a persuasion check.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Well, it looks a lot like a different weapon. It's a good fake, good copy. What about you?
Thanks.
Bow, arrow. What's this about?
A gift from my mom.
Okay. Let's see. We got a spell book of some kind. Whoa, it's talking in my head. That's a little bit freaky. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
It's really
Yeah, it
into
was, don't
romance
worry, It was
novels.
jarring the first time it happened to me as well, but you get used to it.
What's the deal with the ring you got on there?
Also found it with the others.
You mind if I take a closer look?
By all means. And I take it off.
The guy holds up the ring, examines it for a few moments, and goes,
Yeah. I think
I mean,
it's
the
a
crack
trinket.
should-
I had to yeah. It seems like it's not super sturdy. I was cracked when I found it.
Okay.
While this is going on, can I really quick cast Glibness?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm thinking of Gift of Gab. What's Glibness?
Until the spell ends, whenever I make a charisma check, I can replace the number I roll with a 15. Additionally, no matter what I say, magic will not be able to would determine that I'm telling the truth. So
Okay, perfect. The guy looks
Just
at it
as a
for
little-
a moment, goes, well, it's fairly broken, but I think it would probably still work. I'm not exactly an expert on magic items. Do you mind if I cast an identify spell on this, or do you want to explain to me what it is?
It's basically we were using one of those beach detectors, and we found it. We don't really know exactly, but we're actually studying it as part of our Arcana class back at school.
My 2 silver a month college stipend isn't super conducive to pearls.
Go ahead and roll a deception check, Essie.
I have an advantage, bitch. Okay.
Oh.
22.
The guy looks at it for a moment, goes, huh. Well, I mean, I work here, so what do I know about this? Okay, and last we have Essie. Did you put your necklace on the table?
Me, Rosalie?
Rosalie.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I had it. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
The man picks up the necklace, looks at it, and goes, I mean, combat items aren't really needed here, but it's a nice necklace.
oh, thank you.
All right, well, looks like you're all good to go. Sorry about that one. If I could just get your passports to stamp those and send you on your way.
Fleur, do you have our passports?
Of course I do. And Fleur digs it, wincing out of her bag of holding.
When Ian goes to grab his passport, can he cast Cure Wounds on Fleur?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh,
I was like, I can't heal you right now.
Yeah, I needed that.
But go ahead.
All right, the guy takes all of your passports, holds them up next to your faces to compare,
19.
and then stamps each. Once he's done stamping them, he holds open the door and goes, well, sorry about that one. Welcome to the Pan's Realm. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you just follow the lighted signs, you'll find your way out of here, and probably some kind of cab or something can take you to your hotel.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Jenny, what does the stamp look like? Do we recognize it?
Yes,
Anything?
anything.
This stamp is in the shape of a series of mushrooms, kind of in
yeah.
a fractal pattern.
Ian's gonna throw his bow on his back and like whistle to Aspen to head towards the door. On his way there, though, he's gonna like lightly touch Rosalie's head, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her as well.
Bless.
And he's just gonna whisper, "I'm glad you're okay." It's not a lot, but 8.
Thank you. Rosalie will blush to it.
Aren't you glad you took this pact, darling? Look at that. He's glad you're okay. And with my help, we'll have him eating out of the palm of your hand so soon.
Oh my word.
Rosalie's blush is just all red now.
Do you need
Or
to
pink,
sound
if you would
those?
say. Maybe a bright pink, if you some would
Does
say.
Ian notice this?
She's blushing.
He kind of just turns back and like gives her like a half smile and like tugs on his sleeve for a second, and then kind of like looks at his shoes, waiting for everyone to follow.
See, darling, it's already starting. Listen to me and I won't steer you wrong.
Fleur goes ahead. She's not paying. She's like, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Good girl. I love you, sweetheart.
I'm good.
Rosalie will just a hushed whisper, thank you, as she kind of like quickly walks towards Fleur. Probably.
When
I've
someone says
also-
"I love you" and you just say "thank you."
Oh my god.
Thank you.
I've given
He's
you
gonna
a-
walk.
A small token of my affection. Check your pockets.
Is it gonna be in my pockets or is it gonna be in my bag?
It'll be in your pockets.
Okay, I'll check my pockets.
You dig into the pockets of your long skirt and pull out a bag of coins. These coins shimmer
shades of purple and pink and blue. And as you pull them out, Hirsim on Essie's back goes, "Oh, whoa! Where'd you get that bag of fake currency? That's sick. Probably from your goddess, huh? Yeah, goddesses are cool like that. You guys want to go find the swankiest, bougiest hotel in this place? Which, by the way, last time I wrecked, the whole thing was on fire. So I'm sort of impressed by this one.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's find maybe a hospital.
Oh, Bird, you're gonna want some healing. You know what? Yeah, maybe let's start with a hotel, see if they got a healer on staff, and listen, Essie. This comes through a whisper in only your head. If it looks this good here, it might mean that he's back. Or at least some part of him is. So, if you wouldn't mind a little detour to maybe get a handsome guy out of his violent prison, wouldn't mind that.
Why do we keep forgetting about Hirsim's prison?
I have not. I am focused.
I haven't either. I want a
my
boyfriend.
bad.
Just Ian, apparently.
Ian's very self-absorbed. Stop.
I made you a promise. So yes, we will do it.
Bird, for sure.
Thank you again for keeping us calm out there.
Listen, panicking when things go wrong, not a problem. Oh, speaking of which, I should let you know. And try not to spread this around, but we're kind of on my home turf. So, how much do you know about satyrs?
Well, my friend Huck is a satyr. Huckleberry. I don't know if you know him. They're really great.
I'm not gonna lie, not all satyrs know each other, but I appreciate the shout out. Continue.
Beyond that, I mean, not a whole lot. Can I roll for history to see if Huck has told me anything?
Yeah, you can roll for a history check.
Me as me, I don't really know what's on. Besides, nope.
You can roll with advantage because it's we're gonna say Huck is giving you the help action from afar.
Oh, beautiful! Thank you, Huck.
From all those internet conversations.
Yeah. They embody some kind of characteristic of the chaos of the Feywild, but you can't remember which ones.
They're like kind of chaotic, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a way to put it. So, I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of. Why don't you ask Vesper? I feel like this would be a less awkward conversation with them than it would be with me.
Hey, Vesper, I have a really quick question.
I'm like petting Macbeth. I'm just like quieter than
therapy
usual,
dog.
TBH.
Therapy dog.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about like satyrs on the Fey Wild realm?
Just in general?
Yeah. Like I know they're connected to chaos of some kind, but do you know anything more? You're really smart. You probably know more.
Is there anything
Please.
I know or would ask my spellbook?
You can do a history check.
Sure. Still a 19, but I
Damn.
rolled
With
a
a
2 and
19,
6.
Vesper. Satyrs in the Feywild are complicated creatures. They're never defined as good or bad, but what you do know is that they are the Feywild's personification of not only chaos, but carnal lust,
Mm-hmm.
rage, madness, and uninhibited joy. And the various qualms and some would say sins that lead to that joy.
Sure, I share that, and I go, but this is of course all just kind of what I've read. I have not been to a frat party since that one we went freshman year, and I would not like to, so I will admit I do not actually know much about what reveling entails.
I do not. Oh yeah. I do not remember like Huck ever talking about carnal lust when we talked on the internet.
So on the material plane, our connection to, the Fae stuff kind of dissipates, right? And so I've been gone a really long time. I just thought I would put it out there as like kind of a warning. It's not who I am. It's not who I am. Okay, it's just sort of like if I see you and I have a body again, I might be like, hey, you want to get a hotel room so I can rip your clothes off? And I just want to put it out there that like just something to consider. Consent needs to be fully considered before it happens, but also like if you still have that wine of the summer court, also if you could just hang on to that.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Me is just so embarrassed. I need you to stop flirting with me, Jenny. I love it, but also, oh my god, my face is bright red.
Incredible.
Are you
Sorry,
all
Biddy,
right,
that was a
Essie?
lot to spring on you. Again, like my tact kind of out the window. If you see Pan, can you ask
Does
him
anybody
about?
have any water?
And so
sticks
all
her
I'm
arm
saying
down into her
is
fucking bag of holding and pulls out.
you're really beautiful, and I feel like I'd like to know who I'm
Maybe
gonna.
stop talking. I'm right next to my friend.
I
I'm gonna,
pressed it. Like I
We
can't
can
tell what's
hear
wrong,
Essie
but
saying
something's wrong.
this.
You can hear Essie saying stop
not
talking.
a-
I'm with my
yeah.
friends, but this is like a private
Um,
conversation.
I prestidigitate like a soft breeze to like fan, maybe even mage hand to like fan Essie's face.
Essie, what's going
Be
on?
like, do you
what's
need to sit
happening? I was
down?
dead 5 minutes ago. What's going on here?
We three have a lot. All of us have a lot, but I have a lot of questions for you, Fleur and
Yeah.
Rosalie. I feel like you might have researched this, so.
Can I sleep first?
Yeah, sleep
research
first.
or
I
and then
was dead.
Rosalie will like grab one of the erotic books and be like,
No, put it down. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Let's go
Yeah,
to the hotel and sleep.
mhm.
Okay.
You all step outside of what you realize now was a building. You're standing in this beautiful, lush, green area surrounded by tall, towering trees so high you can't see their tops. In front of you is a dirt road over which grows grass and clover and thickets of strange, ethereally glowing moss. Through the air drifts fireflies, and somewhere on the breeze you can hear the sound of wooden pipes being played. Your eyes adjust to the much dimmer light here, and you see in front of you buildings emerging from the forest like they grew up from the floor. In front of you idles a taxi cab of sorts, but beneath it are no wheels. It simply floats in the air, hovering. In the driver's seat, smoking what appears to be a cigarette, is a satyr who looks at you all, sticks the cigarette in the corner of his mouth, and goes, "Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the
great.
Green Court, the land of Pan. How you doing? How can I help you? Where you going? You got cab fare, etc., etc. We don't get a lot of mortal types around here. Nice to meet you. My name? All of you asked. Nobody answered. My name's Nikos. How you doing?
Fantastic. We've been
Yeah.
great.
What are your names? Never really met a material being before. Hi, hello. He gets out of the cab, and you see that he's got like a stained pair of pants on and no shirt. He does have a little cap pulled on,
Love it.
and as he stands and
Incredible.
rises, you see he's about 4'11". He walks up to all of you, and you can hear his hooves clopping on the packed dirt beneath his feet, and he sticks out his hand. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Like I said, Nikos, what are your names?
I'm Fleur.
I'm Essie.
Fleur, Essie. Let's see what else we got here.
Vesper.
Ian, Vesper.
Rosalie.
Nice to meet you, Rosie. All right, so here's the deal, everybody. Where you headed?
We're looking
Is
for
there
a
a-
hotel.
A hotel for sure. Yeah, I've got the hookup right here. My cousin Angelique, she runs the best brown in town. You won't be disappointed. Real classy place, real classy broad. 5 stars on Sorry, I'm just I gotta finish this before I get back in the cab, or else the cab company will have my testicles in a jar, if you know what I mean. So here's the deal: my cousin Angeliki, like I was telling you, she runs this place, 5 stars on Quest Advisor. I'm sure you're familiar. So everybody get in the cab and let's get going. Meet us running, so we gotta hustle.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Ian's gonna go into the cab or open the door to let the party members into the cab and then hop in.
All of you get in. You kind of all squeeze into the back seat. Does anyone want to take the front seat?
I'll go for it.
Maybe Aspen goes in the front seat.
Yeah, Aspen, do Aspen.
I want to make sure that Fleur sits next to Ian and she just kind of like leans on his shoulder.
No.
So can I ask why you're here in our fine plane today? He kind of
Spring break.
Can I
Pulls
just
out-
mention something that I want to have been doing,
yes.
if possible? I would have liked to summon a tiny quill and be making a rough map of like the portal to where we're going. Well, now that we're in the cab, it'll be hard, if not impossible, to follow, but landmarks type thing.
For sure. You start to do this as the guy peels off into traffic. Nikos. You realize that this place is quite crowded. It's just that, like, all of the people, the buildings, the cars sort of blend into the surroundings. You have to really be looking where you're going. Nikos, it seems, is not, as he frequently bursts out into just, like, ranting swears in Sylvan. At one point, he leans his head out the window and throws a cigarette butt at a guy driving by, and the two actually get into a fist fight of sorts as Nikos pulls the cab over and begins to yell at him. After seeming to win, Nikos gets back in the cab and goes, sorry about that one. Okay, so the place, it's real nice. It's called the Crystal Palace Gem Emporium. I know it sounds like some kind of dumb, resale for electronics and jewelry. That's the place on the other side. That is, of course, known as the Newcastle Inn. The Newcastle Inn, you go there if you want to pound anything. The Crystal Palace Gem Emporium, you go there if you want to stay. All right, hang on. I just got to make a sharp right turn. And he hits the brakes. You all kind of slam forward in your seats. Aspen yelps and he goes, oh, sorry about that one, doggy. Here, you can have a little piece of fairy jerky. Here you go. And Aspen puts it in his mouth and then spits it out and whines. He opens up the door and goes, all right, you got currency from this realm, or am I going to have to do some conversion rates here in my head?
Rosalie will like look over to Vesper and be like, do you know how much is how much? Oh, and then she'll look over to Essie and then at the ukulele and be like, do you know?
The mind link. How? Let me just do the math here really quick. Here's some.
Spin me around to the meter. Spin me around to the meter,
Give me
baby.
1 second.
Okay, so first of all, I need you to know that this guy is totally ripping you off. Just gonna put it out there. This is probably 3 or 4 times the rate it should be, but, Rosalie's got a lot of cash, so I say just give it to him. Don't get in an argument over this. Once I'm out of here, I will come out and kick his ass for you, though.
It's very sexy.
Yes, for our honor.
Yes?
How much?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're gonna need about 3 of the really round ones.
Okay, yeah, these ones. Here you go.
Oh, thank you for the tip. I'll see you later. No, tell him to make change. Tell him to make change.
Can you make change? Actually?
Fuck no, I can't make change. What the hell's wrong with you? Get the hell out of my cab.
You tried, Essie.
Thank you, Nikos.
Have a good rest of your day.
Fuck you. Get the hell out of here. The guy
If I
speeds
had-
off.
Even one more health, I would have punched him.
Middle finger out the window, still holding your 3 coins, and you're left standing in front of a admittedly nice looking hotel. It's made of this like worn and weathered wood with sparkling glass windows. Do you all enter?
Ian's gonna use the mind link and go, here's some, do we trust him on this hotel wreck?
I mean, a lot of satyrs just kind of be like that, like I said, embodiment of rage, it's just, you don't want to argue with us. You feel like you don't want to.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just gonna say, we can always just get 1 room or 2 rooms, or like if we're all together, I can make a tiny hut inside the room, and
Oh
We'll be
no,
safe.
you're not gonna get like no one's gonna fuck with you per se. It's just like that.
I'm
like-
sorry, we're a little on edge.
No, for sure, I get it. I get it.
Understandably.
So here's the thing: unless Puck's kind of like moved in here and sort of taken everything over, you're not gonna have a problem with any kind of icy boys. You will want to hang up the do not disturb thing though, because the maids in these kind of places tend to come in pretty early.
Mm.
And they do
Good
not
to
give a fuck about personal privacy. All right, you hear me out? You will be just like balls deep in a naiad, and they'll just keep cleaning the room around you.
Okay.
Not a story
okay.
from personal experience, actually. That one's pants.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fun times.
Let's go. Anyway, I'm
Ian
gonna
like
take
just
Rosalie's
squints
hand.
into the distance for a minute,
Don't-
processing.
Don't tell him I told you that story, but yeah.
I have a
Are we
feeling
gonna
a lot
like
of people
meet
know that
Pan?
story.
Is that what's gonna happen here, son? Like, what's the?
Oh, what? No, I was just telling you guys a story. Why don't you go get yourselves checked in and hey, Vesper, Ian, what do you say we have a well, not really a boys' night per se, because I feel like Ian's really the only one who affirms with like traditional ideas of what gender should and should not be. But you know, like we can get
Was-
some bro time in. You feel?
Was that like a weird jab at me?
Bro is a gender neutral term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, man. All I'm saying is that like the Fae kind of define gender as like 18 different things. It gets kind of
Mhm.
complicated on this plane. You do not want to see our driver's
Mushroom
license,
genders are
man.
nigh on uncountable, so.
Exactly. You get it. You get it. That's why dryads are so fucking cool. So, you know, you're kind of. Anyways, why don't the three of us get a room? We can keep this convo going and give
I would
the
really
other
like
three
that.
some.
Yeah.
Here you go,
Yeah.
I guess.
I just.
Oh
wanna
no.
make-
Oh,
Sure.
what?
I was like, I just want to make sure they're all good first before we leave them alone.
Oh, for sure. Hang on. Let's see. When you get to the front, have Rosalie do the talking to the.
Okay.
Maybe in some Sylvan could get some.
Rosalie, you're still comfy with Sylvan, right?
It's not the Sylvan I have a problem with. What if I told you how to say it, and you be the face? You know, like.
Are you sure about that? I mean, you're really nice. Everybody likes you.
For sure, she's super chill. Would never make a bad decision. Honestly, I trust her implicitly.
Okay.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
what's right.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
You've never steered us wrong before, so I trust you.
I'm glad you guys trust me.
Rosalie, you lead your friends through a beautiful atrium to the check-in desk, behind which stands a satyr woman. She's got sort of like a metal bikini of sorts on, like armor, with a large great axe strapped to her back. She's chewing gum as you approach, and her hair's kind of styled in like a large poof at the front, with the rest hanging down very, very voluminously. Can I help you?
Oh, 2 rooms, please.
All right, 2 rooms. You got a referral code?
One from Nico.
That son of a bitch. Is he still driving a taxi cab?
Yeah,
just
but
barely.
he recommended you. He said you were the best in town.
That's because he's trying to get off my shit list. The guys took half of the magic items from my grandfather's will when he knows full well that man disowned him for not being an orthodox believer in the Sylvan faith. But, you know, whatever. Okay, so we got 2 rooms, referral code Nikos. Normally that would add an extra 20% to your bill, but because I'm feeling friendly, I'll knock 5% off. How many nights do you need here?
And Rosalie's gonna look back, and it's like hear someone, and it's like, how many nights?
Well, we only had one night at the other place, and we're here for a week, so 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
4 nights, please, for
For
2
sure,
rooms.
for sure. I'll give you the group discount. And you want one with a bed for every person, or?
Please.
Yes, please.
All right, so we are going to have to interest you in our trundle variety for one of the rooms, but I'm sure you can figure that one out. Just, you know. We also have rooms with a pull-out couch, but it is an extra titanium piece per night, if that's okay.
Rosalie will actually kind of like twiddle her thumbs and like look at the Fae and be like, or the satyr,
Yeah.
satyr, and say, Actually, do you guys have any themed rooms?
Oh, for sure, for sure. You're a woman of class. I can appreciate that, okay, honey? So here's the thing, honey bun. So we have several themed rooms. I'm going to start over here. So we've got the jungle room. Very fun. We, of course, have the romantic encounters room. I really only recommend that one for couples. It's very like artsy-fartsy, if that's what you're into. We also, of course, have the lion room. We're all fascinated by lions. We don't have them on this plane, but it's fun. Of course, we have the underwater arousal room. Again, kind of more for couples, but you know, if you're down to get wet, you're down to get wet. I'm not making any assumptions about the relationships here. It just seems kind of friendly to me. We also have the music themed room, and then of course, not to be forgotten, we do in fact have the haunted chambers. It's not actually haunted. We just pay the ghosts to hang out there.
The ghost?
Oh,
Are they extra?
He's not very friendly. I would really dissuade you from that. I recommend it to couples on their honeymoon when I don't think that the marriage is going to work.
Okay.
You know, like the man walks in, he's making eyes at me. I slide him my phone number. We do a little hanky panky in one of the romance rooms, and then I put the wife in the ghost room, and the ghost tells her that she probably shouldn't trust him and that he's a piece of shit. You know, us women, we gotta stick together.
You are doing a bit of a
I
service
respect
there,
that.
huh?
Yeah, that's actually pretty great of you.
Yeah, woman has needs, but also like I don't want her trapped in a dead end marriage. And then I have a cousin, Angelo, who's a divorce attorney. So it's really just like a straight shot for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
love your
help
acts,
each
by the
other
way.
a lot.
Just wanted to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it seems
yeah,
a
well-
real community.
And
Well,
so-
sure, you know, when you got a family like ours, we're all kind of connected. So
Aw.
In Sylvan, Rosalie's gonna kind of whisper, "Oh, I think Ian's gonna like the jungle room, but
Yeah,
I'll take in Sylvan. I'll take the haunted room and the romantic room, please."
I think Ian will like the jungle room. Doesn't get it.
Please put
Yeah.
Ian in the haunted room.
No, you're
I'm
putting Bess
begging
in the
you.
haunted room as well.
Yep.
okay, so you want
No,
She-
someone's
she-
got to talk to the ghost.
she replies in Sylvan. All right, so you want the haunted? You sure you want the haunted room? Are you trying to get like revenge on somebody here, or somebody do you dirty, or?
Oh, I just think it's fun.
Sweetheart, I have to tell you, this is like the like scratches down your back, restless night sleep kind of haunting. If you're looking to like rest and recuperate, because no judgment here, sweetie, you can tell I'm a woman of action too, but you all look kind of worse for wear.
Oh, okay. I'll take the jungle room and the romance room, please.
All right, perfect. So the jungle room to who, the romance room to who? We got 2 keys here. I don't know how you're dividing your group up, or.
I'll hand the keys out. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So we are going to need a deposit on the room, and normally we just take like a cash deposit. You are from out of town, so we do request that we hold on to just one of your passports. If anything happens, you know, we'll direct you straight to like the local embassy or whatever for your plane, but we do need a passport for the room.
I'll offer mine up.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, so then I'm just going to need a 3 titanium deposit on that one.
And Rosalie will be like, 3 titania, of course.
Yeah.
And open the bag up.
3
That's actually,
titania.
A pretty sweet deal there, Betty. The titanium are the really round ones.
Yeah, those ones.
Thank you. Here's 3 titania.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, darlings. So you're just going to go up to the 8th floor. They're going to be up there. That's where all the theme rooms are. If you want to change your room theme on any day, just give me a call. We can resituate you, get you all ready. It's lots of fun. I'm so glad you asked, because almost nobody goes up to those floors anymore, because everyone's all about like this, like, oh, we want a boutique experience. And it's like, you know, sometimes it's fun to just be a little bit trashy, right?
Rosalie will blush a little bit and was like, yeah, I think they're very fun.
She leans across the counter to you and whispers super quietly so only you can hear. And if you ever want to book an extra room, you know, I see the way that the one with the bow and arrow has been looking at you, and I'm just saying, you know.
Do I call at the same number?
Yeah, same number. Let's give it the code word, bubblegum. You can just say, hey, I need some bubblegum brought up to my room, and I'll get you the key, okay? And we'll call that a 50% discount, because I think you.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Are we all gonna lose our virginity on this trip?
Some of us aren't virgins.
At least Ian has a lot of
Give us
condoms.
the play-by-play.
True. Ian's got a fucking stash.
Rosalie will turn around and hold the 2 keys up.
Oh, sweetheart, I liked her.
And honestly, with every comment corruption does, Rosalie will just blush and quickly hand the jungle room to Ian and keep the romance room for herself.
I hear her say that this was a themed room.
Yeah, I think you guys will really like it. If not, we can get them changed.
Ian just like laughs and turns towards the satyr. Does she only speak Sylvan?
No, she speaks common.
Okay. Ian's gonna start trying to speak Sylvan, but is not super great, and then he'll go into common and just be like, "Any chance you guys have any healers on staff?"
Oh yeah, why? I'm a paladin. I can do some healing magic. If you need anything more, I can send a cleric to your rooms.
Desperately.
I think a cleric would be lovely, actually.
Okay, for sure. So I have a cousin.
Oh, sorry.
Her name is Theodora. She can be here in 3 to 4 days.
Well, actually, I don't know. Rosalie, couldn't you just do it? You probably can rest and then be fine.
Yeah, I'm not too sure of the Fae Plane. What? Do they worship the lady, my lady?
The who?
Oh,
Actually, we'll toss you a few coin if you don't mind patching us up a little bit.
Oh, for sure. Come over here, girls. Come over here. Let me rub your shoulders. Come here.
Best you get in there too.
Oh, you got a lot of tension. Oh, the little one is the tensest one of all. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna just give you all of my lay on hands pool for the day, and I'm not gonna charge you, no charge, because I just think your little wood elf friend here is so cute. And then we'll go from there, okay?
Thank you.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. I would like to minor illusion a little lion in my hand, and like have it like just like
Oh my
play near her
gosh!
shoulders for a second. Be like, it's not monetarily worth much, but you said you liked lions.
I love lions. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You all take
Anytime.
33 healing from her lay on hands pool. And then she goes, okay, well, I'm out for the day. If you need anything, give me a call. Room service, of course. We have a boutique down here. If you need anything specific, we do sell sunscreen, both the spray and cream types. We also got like basic groceries, and of course, we sell all sorts of things you could need for like any kind of vacation. We got bikinis, one pieces, board shorts, lingerie for people of all types and body builds. We of course got curling irons, hairspray. If you forget a toothbrush, let us know. We also have toothpaste, razors, sewing kits. We got I think that's about it. Oh, my cousin. Okay, so I have a cousin named Savas. He's married to this girl. Her name's Eleni. Eleni makes this fantastic baklava. We've got some in there too if you want any. All right. Kisses to all of you,
Thank
sweetheart.
you.
Take care of yourself. All of you are so
Kisses.
lovely, beautiful. Sorry for Nikos. He's a bit of an asshole.
It's okay.
Again, just call *33 and I'll help you out. Okay. Love you. Kisses. Oh, and Dia, don't forget what I said about the bubble gum, okay? It's always in stock.
I'll let you know if I want some. Thank you.
I would really like bubblegum.
I'm so sure you would, sweetheart.
Ian does like an awkward like pseudo bow and just like turns on his
I-
heels.
Did you just bow?
She kind of scares me a little bit
That's
in
not
like
the
a
custom here.
in like a
I don't
spicy
scare-
way.
Okay.
I'm
Can
more worried.
Can I say I pull some out and be like, I still have some from the plane if you need it.
Some bubblegum?
An
Oh yeah,
actual
I'll take
piece
some
of
bubblegum. Thank you. Oh, your bubblegum is really nice, Vesper.
I'm sure it is, sweethearts. All right, remember, you just take the elevator right up. If it gets stuck, and it hasn't for a while, just press the emergency call button and I'll figure it out for you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
The Arcane Engine's just a little bit old. I inherited this from my so.
Wait, ice or fire?
Neither. There's more than 2 elements, baby.
We could help you with ice or fire.
He's new here.
I'm new here.
You know, which is odd because you have an aura like you've been here before. It's almost like you were born here. All right, get out of here. Get out of my here.
Yep,
I have a date in 3 hours and I have to go stare at myself in the
date.
mirror.
Yeah. Ian just shuffles frantically towards the elevator. He's like, are you coming? Guys, are you coming?
You all get in the elevator. You step inside. The doors close. Soft jazz music plays. Somewhere several floors below you, you can hear Angeliki just screaming into the to the phone, though you can't make out what she's saying. You hear it loud, like and you all get off on your floor. There are several doors here. You go to each of your doors and you part ways, entering your rooms.
Are we carrying here some into?
Yeah, you are.
Here you go. You take
We're gonna start off with the romance room. The door swings open, and this room is a voracious shade of pink. There is a heart-shaped hot tub, though this one is conveniently located in the corner of a room. There is a heart-shaped hot tub, although this one is conveniently located in the corner of a room. There are also 3 beds, each one made with this like heart-patterned comforter with large fluffy pillows. In the center one is like a California king of sorts on like a platform that's covered in mirrors. Above it hangs a mirror on the ceiling.
Yeah.
The 2 beds to the side are both also like heart-shaped beds, but a little bit smaller, maybe full-sized beds. And each one has these like decadent pillows. On the wall, mounted across from the beds, is a giant, like probably 10-foot wide flat screen television. And the remote to the television is sitting on one of the beds. Down a little hallway, you can see a bathroom, which appears to be painted like a sort of aqua color with white hearts on the wallpaper. A large marble bathtub with a beautiful shower overhead, and then a marble countertop with 2 sinks. Vesper and Ian, you enter a room that literally just looks like you're in the woods outside. The window is almost perfectly see-through, so you can hardly tell that there's glass there, and you can see just all kinds of fireflies flying around outside. The city outside perfectly blends into the forest so that it looks like you are part of it. There's 3 beds, all carved from twisting wood with dark green sheets and a white comforter pulled over the top. There's also a television here, but it's a small kind of old-fashioned styled television made of the same wood as the beds. You do see a hallway kind of made of that same glass that then ends in an opaque glass room that you assume is the bathroom, though the door is not open.
Ian's gonna find a tree in this jungle room with a good vantage point and nestle some into it.
You can actually just put me on the bed, buddy.
Oh, I just wanted you to be able to like see everything. Is that okay?
Shockingly, I'm very familiar with this realm's intricacies.
Oh, all right. Ian takes him out of the tree and just like kind of unceremoniously plops him on the bed.
Thank you. Could you actually get a little pillow under my head?
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
I'd do it anyways.
I'm stuck in a violin ukulele, my guy.
Are we supposed to help you with that here?
Yes.
What do we need to do?
I'd start by asking some of the satyrs if Pan's around.
Is that gonna rouse suspicion if we do that?
No, they're like, we're all big into Pan. It's kind of like, it's like if you walked into like a room and was like, hey, is Brittany Longbow here? They'd be like, no, but I did see in Tabwood that she's in, Stonesea or whatever.
Huh. Is there a phone to call downstairs in this room?
There is, yeah.
Ian's gonna walk over and do star 33 to call the front desk.
Hello, can I help you?
Hi, it's we just checked in. We're in the forest room. I was just wondering if Pan is around.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
Okay, you don't have to take that fucking tone, okay? So here's the deal, mister. I know everything about the Feywild. Here's the fucking deal. Are you gonna shut up and listen, or are you just gonna sit there on the other end and act like a fucking child?
Nope, yes ma'am, I'm listening.
All right, yeah, that's what I fucking thought. All you teenagers do is act like the world revolves around you, get your stupid little haircuts and all that shit. No, I don't know where Pan is. The last he was seen was walking into that labyrinth, but no one's seen him since.
Okay, thank you.
You're fucking welcome. Next time you call down here, better be about bubblegum, sweetheart.
Click.
He just stares at the receiver for a second, and he slowly puts it down.
You made the mistake of being an entitled little prick, huh?
You told us to ask where Pan is, so I called the front desk lady and asked for Pan.
Rule number 1, buddy. Satyrs hate phone calls. That's actually a joke, my man. These are not landing with you. You didn't say hello. She probably is a little bit annoyed because she's got a date and it was definitely running late.
Next time, I'm just gonna need you to guide me through this process.
Okay, so when you call someone on the phone, the first thing you say is, hello, how are you? You wait for a response. You show some excitement or disappointment at the response, i.e., oh, that's great to hear. I'm doing well too. Or, I'm so sorry to hear that happened. Do you want to talk about it? Then, once the appropriate response is given, you go, that's awesome. You said that we could call you if we had any questions. We were just wondering about the location of somebody named Pan. She gets a little bit upset. You say, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to offend you, ma'am. She keeps yelling. You just give her a few minutes. You just let her chill out. The thing about women, my guy, is that sometimes they're not looking for any response from you. They're just trying to get their feelings out. You try to solve all of their problems. You try to apologize for something you didn't even do wrong. It's just going to provoke them more. So you just wait. You wait it out. And then when she's calmed down, you say, I'm sorry you're having a rough day, Biddy. Can I help in some way? When she says no, how can I help you? You say, well, I was just wondering about Pan. I know he's been gone for a while. I was wondering if you've seen him lately. When she says no, you ask, oh shit, sorry to hear that, Biddy. Is he still in the labyrinth? And if she says yes, you got to go to the labyrinth.
She did say that the last time she saw him was in the labyrinth.
Holy fucking shit. Next time, man, just lead with that. Gee. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Is he within 1,000 feet? Probably not. It would take a lot of casts. Well, everyone knows where the labyrinth is.
I don't know where the labyrinth is.
Oh, did you get one of the maps by the front desk? Have either of you ever been to a hotel conglomerate before? Like any large conglomerate-owned hotel?
There was a convention once in the lobby of the Milton in Freeland.
Milton?
For sure. So I'm going to walk you guys through some basic etiquette for when you rent hotel rooms, because I'm starting to realize that maybe one of you doesn't do most of the talking and the other one maybe puts his foot in his mouth a lot.
Yeah.
I would if Fleur would ever let me.
Fleur does a lot of talking.
For sure. She loves to hear herself talk, but here's the thing.
True.
She does all that talking. How often are you genuinely listening?
Most of the time? Why?
Oh.
Vesper, I have no doubt that you aren't, but sometimes I think the person that she wants to have hear her is the one who's not listening.
Heard.
Ian, my guy, can I ask you a kind of personal question? And I think Vesper should participate in this conversation as well, because it seems to me that they are your closest friend.
Yes.
Have you ever considered that you, being not fully human, might live to one day experience that nightmare that you experienced so briefly today?
What?
How long do humans typically live? 85, 90 years if you're lucky. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know how long your friend Essie lives?
A long time.
Essie has had to come to terms with the fact that someday they will bury everyone she's ever loved. They will outlive all of you. Rosalie has had to come to terms with something very similar. She knows, probably in her heart of hearts, that when someone has to give you all your last rites, it will be her hand that does so. Vesper, I'm sure, knows that gnomes live to about 110, has probably assumed that you too will be lowered in the ground before he says goodbye. Now, here's my question, Ian. Essie asked me a few days ago how long people like you tend to live. The answer varies depending on how strong the bond to the Feywild is, but I'd say, seeing as you called Queen Mab your mother, yours is fairly strong, which means that someday you too will have to bury your sister, just like you thought you would have to do today. So here's what I'm asking you. How are you feeling, man? It's hard to confront people you love's mortality straight in the face.
I'm not gonna lie, not great, especially now that you brought it all up so that I would think about it again after things were kind of chill and we were in like a jungle room and I was feeling a little cozy, but then I got yelled at by the downstairs lady, and now I'm kind of processing the fact that my sister almost died, and also the girl I like almost died, also my best friend almost died, also my dog almost died.
For sure. So do you think there's a lesson here, maybe? How it circles back to the listening, to the way you treat other people, to decentering yourself in your own universe? Do you think there's something here? You know, man, today I had to confront my own mortality.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Essie was freaking out, and so I had to do something I never would do, which is something selfless, because here's a little secret between you, me, and Vesper, and the Breeze, of course. Up until about 6 months ago, I have been a pretty fucking selfish guy. How do you think I got trapped in that violin?
Being a pretty fucking selfish guy?
I just kind of figured you maybe imbibed a little too much and didn't remember.
Oh.
No, it's easier to pretend you don't remember, though, right? So I would never risk my immortality for someone else, but today, when Essie was sobbing and holding Rosalie's lifeless body, you know what I did?
What?
I reached out into the great beyond through all the planes of time and risked losing my material and ephemeral selves to the void just to try to make Rosalie an offer, to try to bring her back.
Wait.
Now, clearly she didn't take it, because I would know if she took it, but I can tell you that when you are dying, when you are feeling the tiny atoms of your body be ripped asunder and sent into oblivion, the thing you wish for most, Ian, is the same thing you wished for when the girl you liked and didn't tell was bleeding out in the snow by you. It's the one thing that your friend Vesper always does correctly. Everyone knows precisely what they're thinking and what they think of them, because when they are asked, he's honest. So Ian, I ask you, what lesson did you learn today?
What lesson didn't I learn today? I mean, it's not fucking about me, huh?
Nothing's about you, Ian. Not even dying, because here's the thing, dying isn't about losing yourself, it's about the people you leave behind, right? It's not about how you want to be remembered, it's about how they remember you. And so I ask you, Ian, are people going to remember you as a melodramatic, self-absorbed fuck, the way that they remember me? Or are they going to remember you as something more than that, the way that they'll remember your friend Vesper?
Ian, looks at his hands, and then looks over at Vesper.
I want to take Ian's hands and say, I won't remember you like that, but I also see a whole lot more of you than you let anyone else see.
Ian, kind of wipes his eye for a second. He's like, good point.
When I was about to die, I was really scared. I didn't have time to be scared last time. I really wanted to go home, but I don't know where else that would be except right here with the rest of you. And I know that it's the same for you, so I think you just gotta remember that sometimes.
And, Ian?
Yeah?
this isn't to say that I don't like you or think you're a pretty rad dude, because I think you're a pretty rad dude. I just think that sometimes when we go through things, we center ourselves in the narrative, and not every story is about you, man. It's okay to play a supporting role. I mean, what do you think? I am trapped inside of a violin. I cannot overemphasize the fact that I am merely a supporting character to whatever the hell nonsense I've been dragged on with all of you.
Good point.
We're sorry, but also thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. I mean, what else was I gonna do? Here's the thing, guys, and don't tell Essie I said this, but I've met a lot of elves. A lot of elves. I sort of, again, live forever. Elves live forever. This plane, undying, which is why you should take my advice, Ian, because I've got a lot of time to think about how much time I spent as a self-absorbed 19-year-old boy. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're just gonna keep moving on past that one, because it was literally millennia. I've met a lot of elves. I've never met one quite like Essie. You know, they could conquer the world, but all they see is whoever their mothers made them out to be. And it's funny because I can see them through your eyes, and she's this smart, courageous, talented, funny person, and then through their eyes, they're the B character in Rosalie's movie, and maybe the F character in Fleur's. I think if there's someone this narrative should be centered around, it's her, right?
Oh, Kirsten loves her. That's
Not
so
wrong.
cute.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in her dreams, and
So
there's
you-
someone who isn't the main character of their story. It's her.
We've met, well, both Essie's mom and dad. And
They're
certainly,
really powerful. I don't know that they know that.
Yeah. Well, everyone
They can
needs
do things
time.
I've been trying to do since I could hold an instrument.
Well, Vesper, that's the thing, is that we can be told over and over again that we're born to walk a certain path, but fate's a fickle thing, right? I was supposed to be prince. And I guess technically now I'm supposed to be king. But look at me. I'm a ukulele in the hands of a person who probably prefers a...
I'd like to think we'll be able... I would like to consider that a temporary situation, because we're going to fix it.
Well, and I'd like to think you dreaming of being a bard is a temporary situation, because you are, and I do not say this lightly, but because, again, eons and eons and eons of experience, maybe the brightest wizard I've ever met. Meanwhile, in the room papered in bright pink wallpaper and heart motifs, we find Rosalie, Essie, and Fleur. Have you all kind of like collapsed on a bed to sort of debrief your day?
Fleur
I'm assuming
didn't
the
even
largest
stop.
one.
Like, Fleur barreled to the big one and flopped on it, flipped on her back, and is like, oh, God.
Rosalie will join her and just stare quietly at the big mirror above.
Do you guys need anything like water or food? Is there anything I can bring you? Because you went through a
No.
lot today.
Essie, I would really like a hug.
Fleur turns her head to Rosalie and goes, what the hell happened? I was dead. I was fully dead, and then I got ripped out of where I was, and it was not a nice feeling. It was not a good feeling. It felt pretty bad, actually. Sinister.
What did it feel like?
Burning.
Did you not want to be brought back?
Of course I wanted to be brought back. It's my
I'm-
job to protect you all.
I'm glad you're back too.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Well, it's
you're
our
back.
job to protect you too. Give Fleur a big hug.
Not too hard, not too hard.
And yeah, Fleur goes, don't play
Sorry,
punch
sorry.
me. I'll think that I can play punch you and I might
Oh.
break you. I had to learn that mistake with Ian.
Oh, I could totally see you breaking him.
I absolutely have. It's kind of funny, actually.
But the burning, I mean, that's kind of what we felt when we got into the pool.
Kind of weird. Yeah, it felt just like that, actually.
It was really hot.
Is that like a lady on fire thing? I feel like she's not supposed to hurt us.
I mean, she's on fire.
I guess that's a good point.
I mean, I'm not too sure. It might be different for you guys. Like, you were saying you were somewhere else?
Yeah.
Where were you?
It was like nice. It was like a beach.
Can I ask you something?
Me?
Did you see Cammy there?
I didn't. But I could hear my mom. But I think that's just because like there are like some stories that like you can hear like like when you die and you did good things and you're in like a happy place, you can hear like the echoes of the people in the world that are still alive, like you're in another room or whatever. I don't know if that's real, but I can hear my mom.
Well, you did good things.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, still, you didn't.
Yeah. But here's the thing, no Cammy means Cammy might be alive.
That's true. You're always so positive, Fleur.
I know. I'm really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Rosalie, as she's staring at the mirror, is going to just like say, I'm sorry if we scared you today, Essie. Honestly, I was very scared. I think more scared than I've ever been.
It was really scary.
How'd you come back?
Oh, you know,
Because like
miracle.
you like died.
Sometimes there's just more in the fates for you.
Yeah, but like what did I saw something. What did you see? If we're sharing. I
Oh,
want to know
yeah.
what everybody else's like nice world is like. Or, I don't know.
Honestly?
Was yours bad?
Yeah,
I
did
hope
you
it
get to
wasn't
meet the
bad, but really
lady?
good. Yeah.
Honestly, she was beautiful. And like it was really beautiful, and you know, I never imagined it, but do you know how it feels when you kind of stare at a campfire and you're just a
eyes
little
kinda hurt?
tired, and your eyes kind of hurt, but
Yeah.
it's just cozy and you're getting
Yeah.
sleepy. Yeah.
You can smell the s'mores. Did you smell s'mores?
I
Did she
didn't
talk
smell
to you?
s'mores.
Oh.
We didn't talk much after that. And you know, I think there was just more in store.
What did you guys talk about?
As Essie asked this question,
We're like interested.
in the mirror, in the reflection, you swear for a second your skin, and no one else sees this, your skin takes on a brilliant pink hue. Your eyes flash yellow and golden and strangely cat-like, and your teeth look pointed for just a second, and you hear a little voice in your head go, "You should shut this down now, darling. If they get suspicious and find out, well, you wouldn't want to break the terms of your contract, would you?" And for a moment, Fleur's hand in yours feels cold and still, and you can't feel the pulse in her palms.
I'm just really happy we're here. And we can really I'm really glad we can focus on, you know, the present and the future. Yeah. And why are we here again?
Well, we need to figure out who brought us here. And then we need to get Hirsim out of his ukulele violin.
Mm-hmm.
But
Speaking of getting Hirsim out of his violin,
uh-huh.
you've had sex, right, Fleur?
Fleur like kind of like sits up on her elbows. Goes, duh.
How do you do it?
And with that, we will be back next week on the Tabletop Tavern. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jenny. These have been my wonderful, beautiful, talented players. Same time, same place. Things are heating up in more ways than one, and we can't wait to see where this story goes and to show you Stacy's new character sheet.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Woo, Stacy.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Tabletop Tavern. Don't forget, if you would like to watch the show live with our audience on Monday nights, you should follow us on Twitch, as well as our other social medias, which you can find in the description box down below. Tabletop Tavern is also available on podcast platforms, so if you would rather listen to an episode during your commute or while you're cleaning, you can find the links to that in the description box as well. We hope you have a wonderful week, and go Griffins!